All right. Let's see. Need to open that file again. I had made a little bit of progress earlier. And there we go. So I did a little bit of cloud work. The first time, I've never done this weird technique where you have high contrast colors in the background. So I'm going to try more of that. The idea is that yeah, you have one layer for the, kind of clean that up. Got one layer of line art that I scanned in, and that's set to multiply. And with multiply, it means that it'll just kind of merge with whatever is below it. So it multiplies the black lines with the background image. If you don't have multiply turned on, it just kind of not transparent. And then the layer below that is, or the lowest layer is the layer where you kind of create your selections and you remember, quotes, remember your selection with zany colors. That's why it looks like Dr. Seuss over here. And then you select the area that you want to work with, and then you actually color it in with the pieces that you want. So I'm going to do some easy bits. Well, actually, maybe I should just keep working from the background forward. Background forward lets you select higher swatches or swaths of area. I'm just making up words. So I could just do that, right? Select, but well, let's see. I'm not very particular about oh, you know what I should do is get those mountains. Those are the furthest things back. So what I normally do is I use the magic wand here. And whoop, you'll notice when I did that, that didn't quite work because there was this open area, so it's going to get both sides. So I could use the pencil. In fact, why not? Let's do that. I created another zany color here. Pink, why not? Who doesn't like pink? It's a soothing color. We'll go to pencil tool. The nice thing about pencil tool is it doesn't have any aliasing. So you see there's no aliasing, so if I take the magic wand and select it, it selects it exactly. Now, I think if I was more comfortable with this tablet, I just kind of drew it in. This would be a much faster way of working than using the pen tool. I'm just not very comfortable doing that because I'm very anal. That's just my personality. But then if I did that, select modify, we'll expand it by a pixel since it's anti or aliased. See how it expands by 1 pixel and it scoops up those blurries. I could probably go one more even. And then if I use the paintbrush, and boom, right? I have a nice little selection of pink. Oh, I was getting overzealous with my I guess if you're comfortable drawing with the pencil tool, it can be pretty quick. Just kind of chisel away the pieces you don't want. So you do the work creating your selections first, and then you can worry about the hue saturation and the matching later. So there we go. Mountains, pink. Like, oh hi, pink moment. And then next thing I'll do is I want to select this area. I don't really care about the area below it just yet. I know it'll kind of want it brown. I'll show you an example of a page. I did that with so see how the houses are kind of saturated and faded in the background. Just lack of detail, but just get a sense of depth, maybe a little volume. I'm going to do the same thing here, and as objects get closer to you, there will be more detail. That's probably good. I go into masking mode over here, get a sense of what the heck it was I selected. As long as I'm getting all this area, that's all I care about. I'm going to redo this. That looks good. That looks good. I'm going to redo these. I don't care. That's yeah. Probably even redo this a little bit, but because it does kind of get closer to you over here. All right, I'm going to do the old select, modify, expand routine, and this time I will Z purple. Why not? No, I did purple. There, teal. That's nice and ugly. There's only so many ugly colors you can use. All right. So now I'm going to color the mountains. The idea is I want to get all the background kind of done before I spend time in the foreground. What's cool is when you use zany colors, you can use this select similar. Everything that's the same color gets selected. And because you're using the pencil tool, it's pretty much exact. That. Oh, probably don't care about that. Sorry if you're getting motion sick here. I'm going to paste any old color here. No, I didn't want to do that. Good enough. Now I'm going to do, I'm going to hide the dotted lines, and then I'm going to use Command U, which is the hue saturation tool. And I wonder if See the mountains? I'm going to lighten them up because the atmospheric perspective is what I guess they call it. I don't know. I'm going to tweak the saturation. I'm going to change the hue a bit. Mountains are too purple. Let's go. Kind of summertime, so I guess it's supposed to be a eulogy for the character, but I don't really know what time of year he passed away. So, like real saturated because they're far away. Yeah, see how it's saturated? The clouds almost match the mountains, but you can get a hint of kind of this greenish brown. That's kind of fun. And, so there's that. And I will be right back. All right. Next step is I'm going to cheat and do a really kind of faded effect here. Select similar. I'm going to go over here and steal this color that I used because I don't like to think. And I want to fade it though. Kind of. I'm going to fade it to then I'm going to use a gradient tool. I'm going to hide the select. So that's kind of what I was going for. It's a bit cheaterly, but then again, I was cheating using the silhouettes. I'm going to do another gradient, fading grass into this later on. But first thing I want to do is I want to match the mountains and the gray and this silhouette. So I'm going to, I still have it selected, I just hit it with a Command U. And I'm going to use the, or sorry, Command H to hide it. And I'm going to use Command U for saturation. And I'm going to play around with the tones here and see if I get something that's a little more, I don't know, a little more right. Maybe what I need to do is stick with this the way it was. Well, maybe it could get lighter. And that'll change the mountains. The dominant contrast is between the clouds and the silhouette. don't want the silhouette to just be, you know, black, because it's got atmospheric perspective, and as things go further away, I like it to be almost foggy. I think that's okay. So what I'm going to do is, I don't like how the mountains are too blendy, or they hide. So I'm going to select the mountain, select similar, because they're all funky purple. Now I got my nice tight selection. And actually, you know what? I didn't do that right. I needed to hide the lines. There. Now I have all the purple selected. So I'm not actually selecting the purple, I'm selecting the area where the mountains are. Now I'm going to play around with the hue saturation of the mountains. So, get rid of the marching ants. Maybe the green is just too... that feels more right. Almost like there's a shadow in the valley behind the houses. Right. Happy enough with that. Now I'm going to do the grass next, because it's a big area. So the problem is well, actually not so much. This next change is probably going to be a little more permanent. So maybe I'll even create another layer. No, I won't. That's part of his shirt. Ah. Okay, so I want to fade the grass color up into the houses. Again, I was lazy and I silhouetted everything, but I can't just get away with the foreground and the background being the same color. I mean, I could, but then the grass would look dead. So, I'm using funky colors so that when I do select similar, okay, so instead of fading into another color, I'm going to fade into transparent. So it'll be kind of like that, except a little more precise. And it just occurred to me that this guy's going to be greener than that. So I blundered. I should have got the whole background. This is all the area where the grass is. There we go. Now I will select all the green. I'm going to redo that gradient. Gotta make sure it's we're going color to color, and I screw that up. There we go. Not too hard to repair. So now the whole background is there. Since the foreground goes all the way up to the front, I had to include the grass here because I'm going to blend the grass into this brown, and so I wanted this area to match this area. So now I can resume my work onto. Oh no! I'm supposed to paste my gradient on that layer. Oh, all the mistakes. That's great. There. Select similar again. Yeah, I created another layer for sort of a second layer of highlights. And then we'll try the pinky orange. Go to I'm going to hide. And now I'm going to do the hue saturation thing. No, I did the wrong layer again. I'm forgetful, Bill. It will make sense eventually. So now I'm going to use the hue saturation tool, change the color, make it look like grass, get a little more saturated because it's summer and the lawn has died. And I don't know if I should make it lighter or darker. Looks about right. A little too bright though. I love this hue saturation tool. It is very cheaterly. This is a 2-page spread, by the way. This is not just one panel, so there's going to be plenty of excuses for details here. Although this page will have a lot of text placed over it. All right. So this is without the grass, this is with the grass. It's not the best job in the world, but I don't know, what do you think? Let's see. Next thing I'll do is I'm going to play around with painting the this road, but I'm going to kind of fade it out as well. Because I want 3 different fades. I want it to be like a light dirt brown. But I want it to fade into whatever's here. And this, because I didn't draw the road here, this is, it must suck to be a professional colorist and have to get work by an artist who didn't think through the edges of elements on their page. So this road actually just kind of ends behind these people because this is sort of a lawn. So the way I'm going to compensate for that is I'll blend it here, and I'll blend it here, and just kind of fade. But it's also going to blend as it goes up. So it's sort of I need to mask, I don't know, 3 blends. 1, 2, 3. I will start by selecting the road. Of course, the road is all open. So I think I'll try the pencil tool. I'll use the pencil tool to close up things. So I guess I could see. I don't know how I feel about that. The anal part of me says draw it. So if I use the pen tool, right, I would have done it this way. This is me being stupid. Now I want to turn that pen tool into a path. I don't care about saving it. I also shouldn't do the same thing twice. I'm going to make selection, but I'm going to deselect anti-alias, so it's like a pencil tool. And that's actually would have made sense just to use a pencil tool. That's, yeah. I will try the pencil tool more. Like that. See, that was faster. That was a lot faster. Okay. I just got to get better at it is all. That's the problem. I had to zoom out and remember where the heck I was. That's interesting. I see areas that the pen tool missed. I'm not sure how I'm going to fix that. I'll deal with that later. That's probably another reason pen tool would be better. No. I should point out this is not a tutorial. This is me figuring out what the heck it is I'm doing. And you laughing along. I have no tangible experience with painting. So I probably would be better at this if I was more comfortable with the looseness of like liquid mediums, wet mediums, like oil or whatever. There we go. Yay, continuous lines. There we go. I'm getting a little faster at it now. Next step would be for me to stop zooming in so much. Zoom in, I get so particular. Yeah, I will concede that the pencil tool is faster than the pen tool. I don't like that tangent right there. That's ugly. There we go. Again, reminding myself I'm just fading out. Took me a few tries to remember that I could click X and toggle these two. Selector will go all around that. Sometimes that little. There we go. Kind of want to get inside of that. There we go. Now, that's probably faster than using the pen tool. Just use the magic wand, I select it, modify, expand by 1. Fill it in with gaudy yellow. There we go. Deselect it. That's not too bad. fill this in. Find the places I missed. That's the nice thing about these really ugly colors is you can see where you missed. Cool. There. And what do we got? So. Let's see why I'm so slow, huh? All right. Now I want to delete some of the yellow. I wonder if I use the mask tool and I do gradient. And then I go out back to here. Oh. Ew. Oh, I can do two gradients. I didn't know that. I'm learning. Eat your logic. Okay, so now I've created a selection tool. And then I go to ugly layer. And I get the wizard. And oh, I want to do select inverse. Right. Now I want to get the little magnifying glass, the one with the X. Where is it? There we go. So hopefully no, that's not right. Select invert. There we go. And I'm gonna why didn't you get those little yellow rocks? Oh, darn it. This is me trying to remember how to do this stuff. Well, it's taking forever, but I think it's getting the effect that I want. A few extra layers to get there too. Kind of like that. This is one of those things where I want to get it right because I don't want to revisit this. All right. I see a few spots where I've kind of screwed up. You know what? Overall, I can clean that up. I'm pretty happy with the background the way that is. Remember, it's a eulogy, so it's supposed to look a little gloomy. I'm going to save this, and then I'm going to do that thing where you save a copy. What? I need to upgrade my Mac. Things are a little slow because I'm being greedy. Give it a new version. The reason I want to do that is because I want to start merging some of these layers together. I'm going to merge. So, the reason I'm doing that is because I want to fix some of these little goofy things. And it doesn't take much to fix that. Just that's fine. Everything's a gradient, but at this scale, nobody's going to notice. I'm just going to think it's texture. You just got to select similar. There it is. Accidentally selected the background because it wasn't locked. And, I'll do these guys later because I want to give them a different tone. Uh-oh, look at that mess. I need to change my tolerance to 1. There we go. I'm going to expand it by 1 pixel, and I'm going to throw a brush, fix that goofiness, because that was me being sloppy earlier. That's okay. Nothing it can't fix. These are the leaves filled in. Believe it or not, this is actually going a lot faster for me than normal. I think that's because some of the tricks I'm trying out. I'm really slow at this sort of thing usually. So the characters in the foreground are going to have more vibrant colors, I think, or at least less saturated colors. And then this is a 2-page spread. Yeah. We'll detail those guys separate. Cleaning up a few of the pixels that were kind of messy. So yeah, like that. There we go. All right. I think that's good for my backgrounds. Everything else is going to be nice, vibrant foregrounds, and everything's going to be brighter like that. I was really just trying to get the effect here, but for instead of a tiny panel, I'm doing this all for a 2-page spread. So cool. All right. I think I'm going to end that cast. So if you were watching, awesome. Thanks.